Thank you for that. And we are continuing to learn more shocking details about Todd Kohlhepp's past. We know he is a licensed real estate broker in South Carolina, despite being a registered sex offender with a kidnapping conviction.
Our Nikel Smith is joining us live from the scene in Woodruff. And Nikel, the obvious question here is, what on earth? How did he get a license despite this record?
Well, Amy, it's a question a lot of people pose today, even a concern for Sheriff Chuck Wright. As it turns out, a criminal background check is required to get a real estate license, but that's only since a new law was passed just a couple years ago.
Todd was a big bragger.
That's how Vietnam veteran Ron Owen describes the man next door, Todd Christopher Kohlhepp.
Talked about he was getting ready to put his house on the market here. Going to build a house down on these 100 acres down there.
Kohlhepp has found homes for lots of other people too. He's listed as the broker in charge at TKA Real Estate. A bio on that website says he's on multiple boards of realtors and has degrees from USC and Central Arizona College. What it doesn't say, Kohlhepp is a registered sex offender.
That gets me very, very upset. I don't know that there's any form of humanity that's lower.
7 News has learned back in Arizona when he was 15, Kohlhepp was charged with kidnapping and sexually assaulting a girl who was then 14 years old. Court documents also show Kohlhepp had a psychiatric evaluation where it says, quote, he is an individual with severe underlying emotional issues, which could result in emotional deterioration in the future or continued aggressive behavior towards others in the future. So how has Kohlhepp been able to get a real estate license where he was granted access to people's homes?
Now you do have to get a criminal background check and pass it to get your license, but up until about 2 years ago, there was no requirement.
Criminal background checks were not always part of the process to get a real estate license until a new state law went into place.
If you've already got your license and you don't do any changes, then as the law stands right now, you don't have to do a criminal background check.
And during that press conference here at the scene earlier today, Sheriff Chuck Wright says he does not understand how someone who is a registered sex offender could be allowed in people's homes as a real estate agent. For now, live in Woodruff, Nikel Smith, 7 News.
Nikel, thanks. So to recap what we know right now, Spartanburg County deputies found Kayla Brown chained up inside that storage container in Woodruff.
She, along with her boyfriend, Charlie Carver, were reported missing from Anderson County more than 2 months ago. Deputies think Kayla Brown was in that storage container the entire time. Her boyfriend, Carver, is still missing. Brown told deputies that as many as 4 bodies may be buried on the property. That property is owned by Todd Kohlhepp, and he is under arrest right now.